The BVI may soon have pre-clearance for persons traveling from the BVI to the USVI, and government is working towards improving the efficiency of local businesses to reduce the need by BVI residents to shop in the USVI. Questions surrounding an imbalance of trade between the BVI and the USVI, which translates to BVI consumers pumping approximately $50 million into the USVI economy annually, and the status of trade relations between the British and US Virgin Islands came up for scrutiny during the 8th sitting of the House of Assembly on April 25th.
Please tell us, Honorable House, whether recent public statements by members of his cabinet regarding trade with the United States Virgin Islands, specifically residents going to St. Thomas to shop and musicians going to play music, is an indication that his government has changed its attitude towards the United States Virgin Islands from one of friendship through diplomacy to one of confrontation by threats.
The trade between the US and the BVI British Virgin Islands is alive and well, and people move back and forth on a regular basis through the established ferry services. Today, BVI Islanders consume many of the goods available in the USVI, and the government strategy does not involve any interference with the individual preferences of consumers. Presently, the government's concerns rest with improving the efficiency of our own domestic businesses and services to meet consumer demands both locally and from the United States Virgin Islands and beyond the Greater Virgin Islands. Expressing a concern, Madam Speaker, such as was done in reference to BVI Islanders shopping and playing music in St. Thomas does not constitute a confrontation. Madam Speaker, the most recent data that we have suggests that BVI Islanders spend between $40 and $50 million per annum in the United States Virgin Islands. We have at this time no data on what amounts are spent by US Virgin Islanders in the British Virgin Islands.
Premier Smith added that the Virgin Islands Council, which was established by his administration in 2005, was reactivated when the NDP returned to office in 2011, and discussions are ongoing to examine the possible introduction of pre-clearance in the BVI for persons traveling to the USVI.
There has been a suggestion, and in fact this is something we have discussed through the US Virgin Islands Conference with our council, with having pre-clearance on the British Virgin Islands for people going to the United States Virgin Islands, and this is something that we will continue to discuss in that council.
BVI musicians have complained that they are now required to pay $1,000 fee per person in order to perform in the US Virgin Islands. Suggestions going forward include instituting reciprocal agreements between the two territories.